Hey folks, how you doing? Welcome back. It's Charlie. It is Wednesday evening, March 18th, 2020. About 6:10. I just missed the doggone shuttle. I really hope I get that stimulus check because I was late for work. The phone that I'm shooting from now is it's my LG Aristo. I was uploading the video. I was late for work. I can't get my Workday or my Chronos app to work properly on this. And I think it's kind of because since the data plan that I have, this phone right now has the SIM card from the Obama phone, the government phone. It's the Obama government SIM card. Excuse me, hold on. Okay. And the data, if you've ever experienced like when you don't have data, there's certain applications, certain apps that don't really work that well, and that being one is my Chronos, and my Chronos is where I get my work schedule. And the last time I checked my work schedule was yesterday at work, and I thought I was working from 1 p.m. to 6 p.m., but alas, actually I was working from 9 a.m. to 1:45 p.m. So whilst I was uploading that video that you saw this morning, I get a phone call. It's like, Charlie, you all right? And I'm like, yeah, why? Well, you're supposed to have been here a half hour ago. I'm like, oh, crap. Oh, I'm so sorry. I am on my way now. I'm out the door. So while that video was uploading, I had to come to work. So. And I was really, really, really hoping that, and what I wanted more than anything was to be able to get my T-Mobile account. So since I fell delinquent on that, that's about $400, $500. And I cannot pay that any foreseeable time right now. So hopefully I do get that stimulus check. I am going to I got to get a Sprint phone. Since Sprint is going to be T-Mobile anyway, I'll get a pay-as-you-go plan, but I gotta get the phone, and also the fact that both these phones, my Aristo and my Stylus 3, they're huffing and puffing. I gotta get something that's reliable. So, and I don't want to. It's not like I'm gonna spend the entire check. Phones are so expensive. I can't believe they're so expensive, but. This phone right now that I'm shooting from, I've had this one since 2016, 2015. And the Stylus I got in 2018, early 2018. Yeah, it's not that old, but since I don't have the data stream on it with T-Mobile and it doesn't update, the plan or the app, it just doesn't function well as a suitable phone. In fact, this SIM card does not work in the Stylus 3. So, but it does work on the Aristo. I know it's a lot of mine. I'm exhausted. I'm waiting for the La Cañada shuttle here. It is a beautiful evening. It's going to be a cold evening too, and I think we're getting rains in tonight. Cancel call. Poor guys. So, yeah, you saw the video. That store was nuts this morning. I can't believe they actually let so many people in. Our store over here, Target up here in La Cañada has been pretty pleasant, actually. We still get people that come in for toilet products, paper towels, and antibacterial this and wipes and stuff. It's definitely not like it was about a week ago. It seems to have calmed down, though in the other supermarkets and from what I understand at Costco and Sam's Club, it's still a pretty madhouse there. So folks just don't listen, But definitely at the Smart and Final, they were doing it correctly. They were letting about a handful of people in, a handful of people out. It was controlled chaos, but it was definitely uncontrolled chaos over there at the yard store. And I can't believe that. Well, I guess I can. It's like I said, for a community-based store, they just don't really care about the community. Because it was just an absolute madhouse. The back part were the meats, the butchers and everything, and the seafood. People were just, it was crazy. No eggs. They said they only had a couple of eggs in the morning, and they went, in a heartbeat. So, and I didn't want to stick around at Smart and Final. I mean, if they were gonna have eggs, they were probably long gone while waiting. I shall get eggs. I am off tomorrow. Today is my Friday. I am off Thursday. I am off Friday. But I did leave word. I definitely do not want to be called tomorrow. I need at the very least one day off. But if you guys need help Friday, definitely call me in. Just put me on call for Friday, and I will come in. And my one department person says, "Yeah, we'll probably call you. We'll see." I go, "Yeah, just making myself available." But, I'm gonna get up early in the morning and scrounge around for eggs. I just need a lousy dozen eggs, just to get me through a few days. But that's it. I think I'm set. I got plenty of bottled water, and the only reason why I buy gallons of water, that's so I can make my coffee in my room, heat up the water in the microwave. I got my instant coffee. You've seen all that. Anything to avoid interaction with the other roommate, because my other roommate, he and I talk, and it's when she hears my microwave go off and she hears my room door opening and going to the kitchen to go get my creamer for my coffee, that's when she decides to interact. And I'm just seriously trying to avoid her at any cost, even if and it shouldn't be, I know, even if it makes me uncomfortable. I have to do these things to alter my personal life, living in that house, to avoid her. Oh my God, my brain cells are starting to burst. I can't. I just cannot interact with her. I just don't want to go there. I've already been there on that wrestling mat with her, so to speak. I am not saying I am the most smartest person in that house, but between she and I, in a battle of wits, she should not come unarmed, and trying to explain things to this person would only agitate this person and would frustrate me, and I don't need that. I certainly don't want that. I just want to get up, go to work. If I'm not working, get up, get out of the house, do whatever I'm going to do. Tomorrow, my main mission is to find, of course, a lousy dozen eggs. And I shall find. And tomorrow, and I didn't go to the Salvation Army, thank goodness, because I was already late for work. So they were kind enough actually to extend. I was late for about an hour, and I would have been getting off work at about 1:45. But my manager said, if you want, just stay until 6, so you can do that. And I did, and it was a good thing, because the store was busy, and I needed to do. There was more push than was actually thought of, so I needed to do a lot of push in my department. So it was a win-win situation. So being a little late picked me up an extra couple hours. So yeah, and I am definitely not. Yeah, at this point in juncture in my life and everything that's going on, I'm not gonna leave Target. Why bother? So, and I got a couple of phone calls from actually Spectrum, and I got to call the lady back and tell her, I'm sorry, but the way things are right now in the world, I'm just gonna stay put. And, it's just it's just easier, I'll put up with the transportation and stuff. That's the only thing and the only reason why I actually wanted to leave was to find something a little bit closer. But with everything that's going on, and I know that post this sickness, this virus or whatever, and post the economy, businesses are going to definitely change, and I know I already see the changes, and retail is going to change, and I'm glad I did not go back into food and beverage, because as you've seen on the TV and on the news and everything all over, the ones that are really hurting right now, that have lost their jobs in a great abundance, is restaurant, food and beverage, food retail like that, hospitality, hotels, and of course amusement parks. And I almost was gonna apply Universal Studios. Thank goodness. See, this is where I say God is always helping me, and I've managed to dodge so many bullets in my life. Obviously I didn't get that job at Ace Hardware, and when I was told by my friend that the other people that I left here to go to Ace Hardware, they were right after the holidays, their hours were cut. So see, I'm always being looked at after. God sends, and not to get preachy, and like I say, I'm not very religious or anything, but you guys are my angels. You help me through anything, if it's words of encouragement or finances or whatever, what have you, or meet me in person and bring me some food or whatever. It's just, that's why I don't get too quick when something doesn't happen, and I just gotta look for what it really is. It's not a disappointment. It wasn't meant to be, or I just wasn't ready for it. So, ever since being homeless and seeing these little nuances of non-success, it's been for a reason. So this is and not to be morbid, but I'm benefiting right now. Although I predict, and I kind of see that maybe eventually this thing with Target and Walmart, because right now Target and Walmart are doing pretty well. Walmart definitely, because they have more of a bigger selection of everything, home goods and food and clothing and whatnot. Target is definitely close second to that, but there's that benefit from this ugliness, this chaos that's going on. So I'm just gonna ride it out. And it's definitely the smart thing. I think for me, for my situation, for my finances and my lifestyle right now, as it is, I think it is the smartest thing. I would be a haphazard fool if I just left, and I've done too many foolish things in my life, and I am too old to gamble on myself like that. So you guys know that, you've seen me, so very earnest in my honesty of that. So I'm not gonna do that. And the only thing that's really been just bugging me is this tooth has been killing me. I'm gonna lose it. This one right here, this is where I had my root canal done back in 2001, and I didn't get a cap. The surgeon put a post in there and cemented it all in, but it's been breaking apart. The tooth is broken apart little by little, and some of the fillings, and actually it's kind of exposed, even though there's no nerve, but the surrounding part is tender. So when I eat something, I can feel it and it hurts. So, and I have a doctor's appointment Monday, so I'm gonna do that. And tomorrow, I gotta call my insurance carrier for my Medi-Cal and see what it is that I could, what dentist I can go see, because I got to get this taken care of. I don't want to lose it. I really don't. I hope that it could be saved, but though I doubt it. I really doubt it. I don't know. There's not another tooth in front, so I can't get a bridge. I don't think I could get a bridge. Because you need at least 2 teeth, right? You need 2 teeth on the side, and henceforth a bridge. I don't know. But actually, I'm just happy that, I took care of my teeth while I was homeless, and most homeless people that you see, their teeth are just the lack of oral hygiene. I mean, the lack of hygiene is one thing, but certainly the lack of oral hygiene is like a great thing. And I've seen some homeless people, it's like, ugh, wow. They're just, it's not there, so. But I managed to keep my teeth in good working order, so. And I was always asked by a lot of ladies, are those your teeth? Are you wearing dentures? Because those look good. I go, no, they're real. They're most definitely. I don't wear dentures, For an old man at 54, I don't have dentures. Thank goodness. Sheesh. Glad I at least took care of my teeth. It's gonna be cold tonight. Oh, I am so tired. I'm exhausted. I am mentally drained. And the stock market, I kind of thought I actually thought it might be a little bit on the upswing, but yeah, it just, what did it close off at? About 6.2%. So, yeah, maybe it won't. If we're gonna have a crash, it'll probably be very volatile tomorrow, maybe a roller coaster. But if it's gonna crash, it's gonna crash on Friday. I mean, a lot of economists, have always historically said that if it's gonna crash, it's gonna crash on the weekend, and it gives the banking institutions that chance to regather and extend and maybe not even fall not even open up on a Monday, maybe midweek. But we'll see. Right now, it's hard to call. Everything's hard to call. The economy definitely will kill more people than this, whatever it is. This nastiness is nasty business. And then I saw when I was taking my break that there was a confirmed of a 2-year-old. Was it? I think a 2 or 9-year-old. I didn't really pay too close attention. That was diagnosed with this crap. So, but the child was not hospitalized. I don't know. It doesn't make sense, but I shall find out when I get home. And also, because I know the mayor he's been doing daily addresses, Eric Garcetti, so I got to go home and see what the new development is. There was last talk about the homeless sector. I saw something that they said that they're not going to really force the homeless into shelters because a lot of homeless, first of all, there's not enough shelters to house over 50,000 homeless people. That's the one thing. And for them to develop even emergency encampments, it's still going to take at least weeks, if not a couple months or so to do that. But they are going to do, because in Skid Row, the routine is like 6 a.m., all your tents go down. They can remain on the property or where you are, but they cannot stay at eye level. They have to be deconstructed. And I think around 6 p.m., then you can re-erect them. So what I saw was that the homeless will be allowed to leave their dwellings or their tents up, which is a good thing. And especially given the fact that, it's getting cold. And we don't have heaters in our store because we're in the point where we have transition. We're transitioning and getting new heaters and setting up a new POG, setting up the new logistics. So we're getting new merchandise, and the one desktop heaters that we had, I think I had one left out on the clearance floor, on my clearance end cap. So they're going fast because in this cold weather. So I'm going to end it here, and I will upload this when I get home all comfy and get something to eat. Actually, I got a couple of sandwiches. I don't have to make dinner because today we got lunch catered by Panera Bread. So I grabbed a sandwich and take home something to eat. A tuna salad. I haven't had tuna salad in a long time. I love tuna salad. So, yeah, that's about it, my friends. Craziness at Vallarta. God, this store sucks. I can't believe they just did that to the community. I hope no one gets sick out of that because, yeah, it's just that just shows to me. I don't know if other customers had seen what I seen, but looking around, that just shows to me that they don't care. You know, they don't care. They wouldn't care if customers were fighting amongst each other, and you know, there were a whole lot of people, and I had a hard time getting through the carts. Excuse me, is like, I don't know if you heard me, but you know, excuse me, and I'm trying to move, and people won't move, and I had to kind of push the cart through, and I get a dirty look, and I'm like, I'm sorry, you're not moving. Back up a little bit. I'm not trying to cut in line. I'm trying to make my way through the back to go find a lousy dozen eggs. You know, even today, actually, there was a cart at the front entrance that was out of place, and we got to keep that area clear so people they can go in, because it's, you know, it's a fire violation. You know, you got to keep, you know, everything flowing through, you know. So, and I went to go move it, and this old lady, she just like, and I'm like, whoa. She's like, that's my cart. You touched it. And I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. And the handle was wet, you know. I guess she wiped it down. And she looked at me, she's like, and she had the blue wipes in her hands, like, well, I'm sorry, you know. The carts were not supposed to be here, and I'm just trying to get out of the way. Oh my God, you thought I had kicked her dog or something. And she didn't have a dog. And she's like, and she said something, and she went back to go get wipes, and she's wiping it vigorously, and I'm like, wow. And I had seen, she was in our store for a good hour plus minutes, and 4 times, every time I was going to the front end to go help on the cashier, or stock the bullseye spot, the dollar spot, we call it the dollar store spot, she kept going for wipes, and it was her own cart, and no one else was touching her cart, and she kept wiping it down. I'm like, wow. OCDs, would you like some Prozac? But people are freaking out. All right, my friends, I am tired. I'm pooped. So you folks take care of yourselves, take care of each other, but always take care of yourselves first. Love one another, trust one another, be kind to each other, help one another. Don't take today for granted or any other day thereafter. Live for the moment, pull down your pants, and slide on that ice. Oosh, it's getting cold. If you like this video, hit the thumbs up. If you like what I'm doing, what we're doing, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notification button. Tell your friends and family about me, about us, and from up here in La Cañada Footbridge, it's pretty quiet. The traffic it's less. It's definitely not as a frenzy. Even this morning, crossing the street to come to work, it's very nice. It's almost like it's less than a typical evening at this time. And it's rush hour still, but it's definitely a lot less, because this is this is Foothill Boulevard, and this street is pretty dense, but it's not. The 210 is back over there. That's headed east. Angeles Crest Highway is right at that light up there. And I see it on the freeway when I get off the bus and I'm crossing the 210. Yeah, the freeway's not that bad. So Comments. Leave comments down below. I love your comments are great. Thank you so much. And yeah, I'm watching myself. I'm taking care of myself. So you know, that's all I can do. That's all I can do, my friends. So comments or email. You know. All right, folks. You folks have a great evening, and I will post this when I get home. And I love you. And let's be smart. Oh, real quick. Gas is expected to drop down to below $1. I think, given my experience from the 70s, from the gas crunch, when people were hoarding gas, and it was the summertime, and people's garages were exploding because they were hoarding gas. I hope I am wrong, but that's a great possibility. If gas comes down to like less than $1 or just a little above $1, it's not here yet. Wrong bus. I hope to God I am wrong, but another friend of mine, we were taking our lunch break. We were talking about that, and he says, that I was thinking gas has got a lot of fumes, and there might be a chance if it's like 83 cents a gallon that people will start to buy it and stockpile it. And I'm like, yeah, and I'm waiting, keep going, yeah. And even though it's not hot, it can still explode. And I'm like, yeah. So I go, yeah, I experienced that when I was a kid in the 70s. I saw that happen. So he's like, you did? I go, yeah, they were doing that. They were stockpiling it. So yeah, we'll see. I hope not, but we'll see. If they've been hoarding toilet paper and all this and food, they will certainly hoard gasoline. That's liquid gold by any means, right? So, all right, my friends, you take care. Be smart. I love you all. Bye-bye.